Hey everyone, I am in San Benito, Texas, and I wanted to show you a Mexican American that is big in American music and Mexican music, everything, kind of a crossover artist. A little bit of country, a little bit of soul, a little bit of R&B. Definitely some good music and something that I remember my dad listening to as I was growing up. Let me show you who we're talking about. This is San Benito Memorial Park, and we are talking about Freddy Fender. Here we have a star like you would see on the Walk of Fame in Hollywood, but this is his final resting place. He was quite the singer and musician, and if you look here in this depiction, you'll see him with quite the hairdo. It's almost like a fro-like hairdo. It was absolutely huge. It's something you won't forget about him besides his music. Around this, they have all these placards, and this is one that's describing his early years, his professional career, and his legacy. They really have done a lot for him here, and all of this brick in the circle, I'm not sure what the significance is with all the bricks, but over here is a beer bottle, and it states Vaya con Dios, Valdemar Huerta, Freddy Fender, June 4th, 1937 to October 14th, 2006, from my humble beginnings to a humble end. Here you can see his signature in a guitar, and this is where he grew up, so this is where he came back home to. There are also a few little other placards over here, and these are all the different awards and honors that he's received. And if you do a YouTube search for him, you can see all of the people that he's collaborated with. It's a ton of different people, and he's also in the Tejano Hall of Fame. Now this depiction here of him, you can see an outline of his hairdo, and it's just sort of this puffy afro style. It's definitely an iconic hairdo. Now later on, he changed it to more of a mullet-like style, still pretty puffy though. And then closer to this time frame, you can see it a lot shorter. These are all of the different soundtracks and career shows, as well as the different print that he's been in. It's quite a memorial, and he was super popular. There are several artists that made an impact in crossing over racial barriers, and he's definitely one of them. But he had a lot of great music, and it's fun to listen to. If you haven't heard of him, I encourage you to do a search on YouTube for him. And a few songs that you could search for are Wasted Days and Wasted Nights. That would be a good song to start with. But also, like on the front of his memorial, Vaya con Dios is another one which is popular. Release Me, Mexican Rose, I Almost Called Your Name. These are just a few to start with, so give him a search if you haven't heard from him. I'm sure you'll find his music interesting and different than anybody else's out there. So I am at the same cemetery where Freddy Fender is buried, and his final resting place is here. I wanted to show you this cemetery because it's so different, and it's almost like a culture shock than any other cemetery I've been in. I've been in a lot of Mexican American cemeteries. This one is very unique. Everything is extremely decorated with lots of flowers and colors and memorials and tokens of remembrances from bottles of water, candles, all sorts of stuff. But as you can see, they range in all sorts of styles. Let me show you around a little bit. So these little memorials, they have places where you can put flowers or statues and different things in there. But there are these sort of above ground crypts, and they're kind of below ground crypts. There is a little bit of everything in here. Lots of flowers. And so this is a well-visited cemetery. Look at the amount of flowers and different things that are in this. I mean, there's just a lot. Whoever this is was certainly well loved. So Garza, And then we have Seaman Second Class, U.S. Navy. Can't see what conflict they were in. But this cemetery is absolutely amazing to look around in. And there's all sorts of styles, lots of flowers, lots of crosses. Whatever the custom is, they leave a lot of jugs of water out here so their loved one has something to drink and is nourished and cared about. There's all sorts of religious statues out here. This one right here is a church that you're seeing. Isn't that neat? Never have seen anything like that, a little church like that. It's got some little doors on this side right here. And just kind of reflects the culture of the area. This looks like some little children that are here, several of them that are buried. And there's some Easter eggs right there. You can see all the little tokens of remembrances. There's solar powered lights and solar powered moving things. Just little different things. It's pretty cool. I don't know, never have I seen anything like this though. A lot of different things though. I've never seen anything quite so colorful as this. Even the borders that are around the loved ones are colored. There's so many burials packed in this small area that they have to do something to distinguish their loved ones. And so they can tell. There's a lot of fences and cages around, park benches, different things like that. But I thought I would show just a quick little walkthrough. You could spend a lot of time in here just showing all the different memorials and what they have decorated with it, with flowers and hats, religious figures, flags, little enclosed glass cases, little houses over the top, different little tokens from holidays, some Christmas ornaments on that, some Christmas garland. I see Easter stuff from the summer, all sorts of stuff. Pretty interesting though. So thank you all for joining me on this little cemetery tour. I hope you all enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys next time.